Hi, this is Rosie Haneke from the Library of the Health Sciences at the University of Illinois at Chicago, and this is a brief introduction to the citation style of the American Medical Association, also known as AMA, AMA, or JAMA style. The information I'm presenting here is based on the 2007 edition of the AMA Manual of Style, which is the most recent version of this publication. You can access it for free online as students at UIC. Look for a link under the resources section of your Blackboard course site, or you can search for the ebook through our library website. You can also request a print copy to check out through the library, or we always have a copy on print reserves at the Library of the Health Sciences, which means that you can use it in the library for 2 hours. So as I mentioned, you can access the book through Blackboard or through the library website. And if you do it through the library website, here's what it looks like. Go to library.uic.edu. Click on the second search option, which is Books and Media, or if you don't see these three options, you just see a single search box, just do a search for AMA Manual of Style, and you'll see a link to the electronic version. This is what we get asked about most often at the library when it comes to AMA style, which is how do I write the citations? So first, when you include a citation in your paper, use a superscript number, like the number 1 you see at the end of this sentence, not a parenthetical citation like you would do in MLA or APA style. You're not going to see author names or publication year in the in-text citations, just a number that corresponds to the reference list at the end of your paper. And your numbers are going to start at 1 and go up from there because they'll be listed in the order they were cited in your paper. This is probably one of the biggest changes from the other citation styles that require your references to be alphabetized. In AMA style papers, your references at the end of your paper won't be alphabetized. They will be in the order you cited them. Next, if you have more than one source supporting the same citation, you're going to separate them with commas within the superscript number, or if they're part of a series, for example 4, 5, 6, and 7, rather than writing out all those 4 numbers, you're going to write 4-7. And finally, if you cite the same document or source more than one time in the same paper, reuse the original citation number and add the page number. So if you cite the same article 3 times, you're not going to have 3 references at the end of your paper, you'll only have 1. This slide is an excerpt from the online edition of the AMA Manual of Style. It shows the basic data you need to include in your journal, book, and website references. So you might want to pause this slide and take a look at the basic components that make up AMA citations. It's important to remember that the purpose of your references is to allow your reader to be able to access that same exact source using only the information you provide. So as a rule of thumb, you might want to ask yourself, have I provided enough information for that to happen? So for example, if your citation includes a URL, you want to include the URL that takes the reader directly to that article or document. Don't cite the homepage of the journal or the organization that created the document, because that would require your reader to go to that homepage and then do some kind of search or browse to find the document you cited, and they could end up looking at a different reference or not being able to find your reference. So link directly to the site. And also, because the purpose is for your reader to be able to retrieve the reference, if you're citing a source that is not retrievable, for example, if it's a personal conversation you had with someone or a presentation that's not available to view online, don't cite it at the end of your paper. The AMA manual has guidance on how to refer to that source within the body of your paper, so you will still cite it in the body of your paper, but you won't include it in your list of references at the end. One core component of AMA style is that scholarly journal titles are abbreviated according to NLM format. You can find this abbreviation in PubMed. If you find the article in PubMed, you'll see the journal titles already abbreviated, or use the search box in PubMed, pubmed.gov, to search for the name of the journal. Make sure you change the drop-down next to the search box to NLM Catalog. If you search the NLM Catalog for your journal name, you'll see the abbreviation along with some other information about the journal. And if you're having a hard time, if you get too many results, try putting the journal title in quotation marks like I did here with the example, Health, Education, and Behavior. Here are two examples of journal citations. Pay careful attention to capitalization and punctuation because those vary from one citation style to another. You'll see your abbreviated journal title is italicized. And after the title are your date of publication, volume and issue number, and page numbers. Finally, if your article has 7 or more authors, just list the first 3 names and then write et al. With a period. The DOI, or Digital Object Identifier, is a string of characters that always starts with 1, 0, and a decimal point. It's like a social security number for an article or document. It will always refer to that document that you're citing and no other. So if your article includes DOI, here's what that will look like in your JAMA citation. And if your article doesn't have a DOI, just use the URL where you found the article. Finally, there's software that will make this process much more manageable. Citation management software, as the name implies, helps you manage your references or citations. RefWorks, EndNote, Zotero, and Mendeley are probably the most well-known of these products, although there are others. Zotero and Mendeley are free online. Just do an internet search for those names. RefWorks you can access for free through the library, and EndNote can be purchased through the University of Illinois web store or many other locations. All of these programs will format your references into any citation style you want, including AMA style. They also come with downloadable plugins for Microsoft Word, and you can use these plugins to sync to your account and actually insert citations as you type your paper. Then they'll format the references for you at the end of the paper. And in AMA style, this is particularly useful because your citations are numbered. So if you insert several citations but then want to change their order or add a new citation in the first paragraph, the plugin will actually track which numbers correspond to which references and will update the numbers and your reference list at the end to reflect the new order of references. So it can save you a lot of headache. There's also a built-in option for Microsoft Word that doesn't require downloading any new software, and there is a tutorial on how to use Microsoft Word on your Blackboard site for this purpose. Finally, the library is here to help you. I'm happy to meet with you in person or online for a consultation. We can work over the phone or email as well. We're happy to help you learn how to use those great citation managers like RefWorks and Zotero. And we can also offer you general guidance on citation styles like AMA, that is to say, pointing you to information about how to cite in those styles. What we cannot do is check your citations or tell you how to write a particular citation just because that's work you're responsible for, but I'm glad to answer any more general questions. My information is here, or you can email libcref@uic.edu for a general helpline, or from the library website, click Contact Us and then Schedule Research Help to schedule an appointment with a librarian, again in person or online.